Let's take a tour of Down Memory Lane Toy Museum. The museum is going to be reopening on 1 October at 10 o'clock in the morning, and will be open from 10 till 4 on Thursdays and Fridays, and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. Any other time will be open for visitors if they give us a call and make an appointment. This 1930-33 Duesenberg 2-passenger dual cowl Phaeton is one of our latest acquisitions. It was made by Jerry Anderson of Missouri, and he made several different models, and there are 2 of these with a little different configuration on the trim. A rear view of the car. When we had upholstery put in this thing, it did not have upholstery when we bought it, and had a little bit of chrome work done on it to make it look as nice as it does. This is one of our favorite pieces that we have in the museum, although we love everybody that's in the museum. Now here's another new piece that we just received, and it is a circa 1900 fire ladder wagon made by Paris Manufacturing Company of Paris, Maine. I do not know how many of these were built. Have not found too much information on this little wagon. It is in great shape for its age. There are 3 ladders of 3 different lengths in it. The bell is electrified, but the mechanism is not operational at this time. The vehicle is back behind us is a Jim Dandy Surrey, made in Louisiana by Jim Dandy Company, and this is Michael. We have Michelle at home. It's a little bit smaller than this one, but looks almost exactly the same. But these are some of our nice pieces that we have out here in the front to introduce the museum. Now this little statement is very true, but collecting toys is great to do. Good hobby, and I love it. Some of the different pictures that I picked up off the internet showing different pedal cars, other types of toys. There's some famous people in some of the pedal cars. This is one of my favorite little sayings. No matter how big and bad you are, when a 2-year-old hands you a toy phone, you answer it. Here is Sandy and I in our backyard playing with some of our pressed steel construction toys. It's a Structo Studebaker truck and a Marx crane. And right here we are getting ready to go for a day trip in our little Larkettes, with the grill and front end to look like a Studebaker Lark. And this one here is 3 of them. The blue one is an original in the Studebaker National Museum. The yellow one is a reproduction, and the red one is an original also. In this case is the little red car on the top, a 1911 Rolls-Royce. That is the car that got me started in the toy collecting in 1950. It's the first model I ever built, and then I built all the others that are in the case to go with it over the years. Expanded from plastic models to die cast to pressed steel, pedal cars, and all other types of toys. That little round thing in the middle over on the left is a duoped, forerunner of the hoverboard, and will break your neck. This case here is different types of toys with a little written history of each type of toy and where they come from. For instance, the rubber ducky here on the top came about in the late 19th century. The Slinky, Lincoln Logs, marbles, little soldiers, and the erector set. In this case is Tuckers and some Studebakers. This red Tucker is the Tin Goose, and it has the conventional doors on it, and was the first Tucker ever built in late 1947, considered in 1948. And as you can see on this one, it has the suicide rear doors, and this is one of 51 Tuckers built. 47 are still in existence in private hands. Studebaker Structo trucks, and a Marx truck back in the back behind them, and a bus. Here on the top of this case is Pinocchio welcoming everyone into the Toy Museum. Pinocchio is a happy-go-lucky guy, and everyone is welcome. The big Structo fire truck over on the left, the red one. The next one is a Kingsbury Studebaker dump trailer, truck and trailer. And an Avani sitting there for a nice little display. Minnie Mouse, and a bunch of little Studebakers in this tall case. Over here on the left, we have a Structo Studebaker cab over, one of the few that's around, and we use it as a candy jar. And then we have the Skipper boat by Murray, and a little motor on the back. And then we have our little donation jar for anyone who's kind enough to donate to our museum to help us keep it going and buying more toys. Here we have some pictures of different toys. We found this picture in a toy museum that was closing up. And we have first place for toy display at one of the Studebaker meets. And a little story about how Jim and Sandy got started in toys. Then a Studebaker logo sign. I guess I like Studebakers. Over here on this against the window, we have a Model T Ford up there on the top, and several Studebakers over on the right. big Studebaker truck on the bottom left, and MG and a Wyandotte Racer on the center shelf, left side, and an Edsel convertible there on the right of the left section. And up here on the top, we have the General. And the General is sitting there just waiting to be stolen by the Yankees to take it on a joyride of about 85 miles before they're captured by the Texas train engine. There's a bunch of campers over here in the window. We'll get a better picture of them later on. And we have a train track running around here with a steam engine pulling from freight cars over there. 1953 Studebaker fire truck. This vehicle, when I sandblasted it, it was full of holes and I could see through it. And also it had no ladder racks. I had to make those. The wagon in the back is a Studebaker Junior farm wagon. You can pull it by a goat or a large dog or by the handle that's attached to it now. There's some more Studebaker trucks here. The area straight to the back is a children's play area. There's a lot of children that come in through here and they just love playing. Their parents have a hard time getting them to leave. Down this aisle we have a lot of different varieties of toys and dolls down toward the end. Up on the top of it we have a lot of construction equipment, which are part of Sandy's construction company. And she has about 200 pieces of construction equipment. On the very top shelf is some fire trucks, Smith Miller toys, trucks. Here again are some more dump trucks and construction equipment. Up here on the top are some Marx Studebaker trucks and various other trucks. These two cases here are all Studebaker toys. Not made by Studebaker, but by different toy companies. Like Marx, Kingsbury, Dinky, Matchbox, Arcade, A.C. Williams, and so forth. Some of the dolls that we have. These two shelves of foreign dolls were used by a church member of ours that taught geography and used them in her classes. Some of the construction equipment, the airplanes, aircraft down here at the bottom. More construction equipment. More dolls. These two shelves of dolls are from Atlantic Richfield Arco Gas. You buy a tank of gas, you can get a doll for 99 cents. little store there for children to play like they own a grocery store. Left side of this case is Studebakers and Pierce Silver Arrow, 1933. Studebaker wagon on the bottom. The others side of the case are miscellaneous toys, Tootsie Toys and Dinky and so forth. And the top shelf, several of those cars on the top shelf are cars that we have owned over the years. Not the Model A Ford though. Left side of this case is emergency equipment, fire trucks, ambulances, a couple of hearses in there, emergency vehicles, and Jeeps. And then the right side of this case is just miscellaneous on the bottom. Promotional cars that the dealers gave out during the 50s and 60s and some of the 70s. And then some trains. This is a Civil War Studebaker ambulance. Over here in this window is mostly Cadillacs. Came from a collection in Wichita, Kansas. And then Kennedy's Lincoln. A little tricycle with an attached wagon to it. A horse of 1936. It's a metal horse. Child bounces up and down, and the horse will go forward. Pedal cars. These two are like the ones that my brother and I had. He had the red fire truck, and I had the little blue car. And here's pictures of us with our vehicles back in 1942, 43. The Jeep, Hamilton Jeep, a Muscovich from Russia, and a Triang copper-plated car. I don't know anything about why it's copper-plated. Early 1900s, roughly 1915, 1920, Studebaker Jr. farm wagon. And some of our fellow cars on the table. This is Little Richie sitting here in his 1924 Studebaker filler car by Sidway Toplift of Washington, Pennsylvania. This dollhouse was built in 1996 by a gentleman from Atlanta for a lady in Highlands, North Carolina. And it is 3 floors tall, and the lady made all the rugs, wallpaper, and decorations for the interior. Her husband built all the furniture, guess it might be kit furniture. The interior of the house a bicycle with the pedals on the front wheel like a tricycle. This was made in Indianapolis by Matthews Bicycle Company. The wagon is a scoot wagon, and it was a total disaster when we got it, and we restored it. You take the sides off of it and the handle, and a child can lay on it and steer it with the chrome bars on the front, and the chrome bar on the back is the brake. Some of the big trucks up on the top, Cannon trucks and Jeep, tricycles hanging on the wall there, an airplane, Gene Autry guitar for child. And this is our children's play area with Thomas trains and other types of toys here for them to play with. This case is mostly Matchbox cars of yesteryear and others, and then the 3 pressed steel trucks to go with it. Up here on top is a truck that is built from 3 different vehicles. A Marx cab, Marx wheels all the way around, Nylint toys, sleeper box, and a Marx trailer, and the chassis is Smith Miller that's on the truck. This came to me all in pieces and made one nice truck out of it. The front view of the Marx truck. And the truck to the left is an Auto Transport, 1962, made for Sears. And there were several different versions of these trucks made for Sears in their stores. Over here on the wall is window is a steamroller and the Wyandotte truck, a trailer, and other heavy equipment. And this one is our camping area with camping trailers and various types of cars. A Hudson up on top, Henry J there to the right, the Chryslers, just various different cars. A Ford retractable hardtop, and a Cord and trailer by Wyandotte. This is a 1900 kitty car, 1918 kitty car. These are 2 Structo trucks, Studebakers, 1936. And of course, we have the steam engine pulling a bunch of freight cars, headed out to do their thing. Here we have 3 Big Bang cannons that do work. At a Marx service station. And small cars and trucks in this display case, and this big Structo truck, fire truck. Here we have a 1930 Cord by Danbury Mint. Some Studebaker trucks, a Cannon truck, a shovel truck. This truck came from England. It has the right-hand lever on the right-hand side for dumping the truck. Roadside Treasures back there, 1906 Studebaker Garford inside, and a 1962 Studebaker outside. This is a Marx Studebaker truck, 1936. Here's a couple of different dioramas down here. The first one on the bottom left is a Waterman Aerobow. It's a flying car, airplane, and it used a Studebaker engine in the car, or in the airplane. And a Civil War cannon, and Studebaker military vehicles, Studebaker dealership, and a drive-in theater. And then various other cars here up on the top shelf. This is our store area. Not everything is for sale up here. Some things are part of the museum, but we don't have room to put them anywhere else, so we put them out there. The shuttle car is not for sale. Up here on top we have some Budweiser wagons, Studebaker Proving Ground, Lionel and S-Gauge American Flyer trains, Studebaker factories. And here we have Sandy's Dramatic road roller and shovel with trailer. These are usually found without the trailer. The trailers are a little bit hard to find. This is a Marx 1937 Studebaker truck. It is supposed to have graphics on it, but the graphics were all messed up and someone had painted the box white and I added the labels to it. So, welcome to Down Memory Lane Toy Museum. Come and see us sometime if you can.